What's up guys, Mighty Lubu here, and as we already know, Dragoncraft, or Ramp Dragon specifically, is pretty ridiculous right now. It's a very powerful deck to play on ladder. And here's my tier list for Chronogenesis. For so far, I would think that this is basically according to what's going on in the meta. Ramp Dragon is dominating. It's extremely powerful. You have Saha, Israfil. You have Bahamut, Zeus, just a lot of powerful cards. Very good. The deck just has a lot of good cycle. It has healing. It's pretty insane. Mid-range Shadow right below it. These are definitely the two very strongest deck in the game for sure. And mid-range Shadow just has the same tool as before. It's just that with the addition of Underworld Ruler Aiesha, it's extremely powerful. You can do 10 damage, which usually is good enough because mid-range Shadow is always good at flooding the board and poking you down. And it's even better than having the Deadly Lord Tyrant, or yeah, just the Tyrant, the Deadly Tyrant. What can we say? King Elephant for Forcecraft is very good, man. It's a very good combo deck. Very good at removal. And it's very strong. And I would highly recommend you to play this deck if you like playing Forest. For Runecraft, we have Burn Earthright. It's the same as the past. You have your Magic Illusionist. This guy just doesn't die. He just stays on the board. And if not, you can still burn your opponent with Master Mage Levi. And you have Wizardess of Oz for card draw. And she's not as strong as before, but she's still good. I mean, you could cheating out your spells. Mana is a very powerful thing to do. And I don't know, the deck is just really good still. And this is what I have for tier 1. You could probably get to Grandmaster easily with any of these decks. And for tier 2, these are decks that are not OP but are very good. For Heavenly Knight Havencraft, I don't know, I would think that this will also be like a tier 1, but I don't know. Maybe it's a tier 2 because it kind of relies sometimes on certain amulets to be on the field. But yeah, other than that, it's crazy. We have PDK, which is pretty good. It's just not as good as Ramp Dragon, I would think, just because of the board clear. And once you drop a Bahamut on PDK, well, comparing it to the two, I guess if they were go to head, it's just that. Just sometimes PDK can run into bad situations, I guess, but it's still good. You have Aggro Forest, which is I guess the only aggro deck that I've seen so far to be successful. You still have your stealth creature, which can deal massive damage, and just flooding the board with fairies and poking your opponent down seems to be a way to rush down to your opponents, I guess. We have Commander Swordcraft. The inclusion of the new legendary makes this so good. You could play your Arthur and just fill up the board with creatures on the board, and it's gonna be insane. You put that guy down, and your opponent it's gonna have a rough time clearing all those creatures. And Arthur is just amazing. It's just amazing legendary. I like the design of it. It makes it so that you can, I'll have a lot of synergies playing your 2-drop. It's not just playing legendary after legendary. You just play. Well, actually, the whole deck has a lot of legendaries, so I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Alright, never mind that. It's just a lot of shenanigans going for Swordcraft. It's getting really expensive too, playing all these legendaries for Swordcraft. And at the bottom, we have Jormungand Bloodcraft. Man, Bloodcraft got hit hard this expansion. It has literally not that many deck types. Well, this is for rotation. This whole thing, I didn't even say that first. For rotation, Jormungand Bloodcraft seems to be like the only one that's pretty good. And yeah, that's about it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this tier list that I have here so far. And yeah. Just let me know how you guys feel. Am I right, or is it kind of maybe there's a deck out there that I haven't seen yet that might be tier 1 or should go on tier 2? But other than that, maybe we should talk about the one class that you don't see here, and that's gonna be Portalcraft. So just my opinions on the deck. Portalcraft, or the class I said, Portalcraft is pretty bad. If you're playing artifacts, the deck relies way too much on DX Machina, and if you don't have DX Machina or you don't ever draw it, you have no win condition. You just get your deck filled with artifacts, and you could just never draw what you need for a situation. And yeah, you just run out of gas, run out of cards. So yeah, that's what's bad about artifact. It relies too much on DX Machina. For puppets, puppets do what Aggro Forest does, or King Elephant Forest. Like if you want to burst your opponent down with puppets, you're better off with King Elephant Forest Craft, just because you have much better cycle, better AoE, you have healing, just a lot of better cards in the Forest Craft for you to do that. And if you're trying to play aggressive with the puppets, then Aggro Forest just has the better tools. It even has a stealth creature, and what do you call it? You can generate creatures or followers, I guess, that stay on the field. Like your puppets cannot stay on the field, which is one of the biggest issue. They can't go face and they can't stay on the field. They're not a body. They're only removal. And for fairies, you can always play your fairies and flood the board, and they'll just be 1/1s that are gonna be a nuisance for your opponent. But yeah, that's just my opinion for Chronogenesis. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and just comment down below and let me know that good stuff. And yeah, check you guys out later. Peace.